Church, it's your 2-minute faith break. Encouragement that we all need. And this morning's faith break, or today's faith break, comes from the 7th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew, Matthew chapter 7. It's actually the very last kind of teaching that Jesus has in his Sermon on the Mount, which is chapters 5, 6, and 7 of Matthew. And so at the very conclusion of that sermon in chapter 7, verse 24, Jesus says this: "Therefore, everyone who hears the words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose up, the winds blew and beat against the house, and yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. And the rain came down, and the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house, and it fell with a great crash." Now, as I've been kind of dwelling in those verses this morning, something kind of just been coming up to me. And one of the things that I needed to hear out of this verses, and I'm trusting that you need to hear as well, is that there is a firm foundation. There is a rock. We aren't standing on shifting sand, or we don't have to. Because there is a foundation, a firm foundation, that is a footing not only for our day-to-day life, but for our life in its totality. We have a firm foundation in Jesus Christ. And Jesus says the way that we can find that foundation, maybe if you feel like you're on some slippery, sinking sand here, the way that we find that foundation, the way that our feet can really find that firmness that we need, Jesus says, is to read the words and to listen and follow through on them, to do them, to be close to the Word of God and to be doing the Word of God. It is a sure and firm foundation. It is a rock. Today, I just want you to know that everything is not shifting sand. Jesus is the rock. And as we listen and live out His words, our life, our day-to-day, is grounded on a sure foundation. Have a great day.